Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. In this session, we are going to discuss about another important topic from the Unit 4 of the subject Industrial Pharmacy 2, that is about the quality by design. If you have come visiting my channel for the first time, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates. So let us begin. When we talk about the quality by design, in short we also refer to as QbD. So as the term indicates, design, we are focused here about the outcome of the product which we are manufacturing. See, every organization is manufacturing the product. They want their product to be in the best form. So here QbD focuses on the best designing part of the product, since they believe that the design affects the end result of the product. So if the design is very good, the product is going to excel in every respect. So QbD is altogether an effective tool which focuses on the implementation from the initial stages to the product development, and it also focuses and have a large number of benefits for the industry. They focuses from the initial designing point to the end product and believe that quality is one of the most important parameter for any product. If any organization wants to excel, if any organization wants to progress and stand at a global level, they need to focus on the quality, and this quality cannot be measured by any means. The quality has to be built in the product, and the quality can only be built in the product by a efficient designing process which is initiates from the initial to the end process. So a QbD concept developed when some of the quality gurus realized that an effective product making process can be developed only after having an adequate designing. So what will be the benefit of having this QbD concept introduced into the industry? It is going to benefit the industry in many ways. As you can see in my slide also, it would develop a better understanding of the process. See, when any organization works, they have the process flow, which starts from the raw material to the final product. It crosses through each and every stage, and if the system is being defined, the system is being developed and designed in such a way that you check the weaknesses at each and every point, and you develop an effective system that is going to overall affect the quality of the product. So in any organization, quality is very important, and that could be attained by designing a good quality product by identifying each and every process flow starting from the raw material to the end product. So not only it will have a better system in place, but also have the less batch failures. The system will be more effective in controlling and lot of changes, and in return it would be a cost saving process. So when we refer to the quality by design, we are expecting the designing and developing the formulations and manufacturing process to ensure a predefined quality. There are 7 critical parameters which is being created and which is being raised when we talk about the quality by design. The very first parameter is the target product specification definition. So in the beginning process only, quality by design says that it is a systematic approach whereby we know from the initial that we want the product of this quality, we want the product to have these specifications, and that can only be done once we follow and thoroughly follow that systematic approach from initial to the final process. So the quality has to be predefined in the final targeted product. So this is the main concept of the QbD, which says that it has to ensure a predefined quality, and to achieving that predefined quality, you have to design and develop the formulations and the manufacturing process in the way that you attain that predefined quality. So by quality by design, it also requires the understanding how formulations and manufacturing process variables influences the final product. Now you know what kind of the final targeted product you want to design. You know that these are the process flows, this is the way of transferring, way of manufacturing this particular type of the product. You know the weaknesses and what can be the areas, so you need to work in that direction. You need to understand and check each and every variable at the stage so that it does not affect. So the whole system has to be validated enough. It also ensures that the product quality with effective control strategy. What do we mean by the control strategy? strategy that each and every variable has to be controlled. For example, when we manufacture any tablet dosage forms, we need to control the hardness at any point, or we need to have the proper moisture maintenance. So we know that these variables are going to impact our final tablets. So in that case, in prior hand, we are aware about these variability which may cause a type of the defect in the tablets later on. So we need to control these parameters. We need to understand that these parameters can affect our product. So when we talk about the quality by design, there are certain other benefits apart from these industrial benefits. When we follow the quality by design to 100%, we may find that there is a reduction of post-approval submissions. It is a normal process in pharma industry that you go ahead for the post-approval changes. Post-approval changes refers to those changes which are being done by the experience, and manufacturer does these changes once the tablet is already into the market. They need to undergo these changes because they found at a later stage that the product is not adhering to the specifications which are predefined. So in that case, if we follow quality by design in initial stages only, we will not have these kinds of the problem like out of specifications or like post approval changes will not be there, because from the initial only you are following and devising a system which is very well established, and you are taking control of each and every variability parameters. Apart from that, it will have a more efficient technology transfer to manufacturing. What is the ultimate purpose of developing any dosage form? We do various trials, we manufacture different types of the pilot product. Then we want to have that manufacturing done at the plant. We transfer the technology from research and development center to the plant, and for that we need to conduct the pilot batches. So when we have an efficient work process flow, when we have an efficient manufacturing process flow initially established at the R&D scale, so that would not be causing any sort of the problem during the pilot stage. Moreover, in quality by design is also good in such a respect that you have the risk assessment at the initial stage of the process. For example, you are manufacturing any liquid dosage form or you are manufacturing a solid dosage form. You can know what can be the risk assessments. You are identifying all the variability areas, and you are working in a systematic direction. For example, I take the example of the container closure system. You in hand do all the analysis pertaining to every sort of the packaging which may be posing threat to the medicament. So you carry out each and every stage. Since quality by design focuses on the assessment and risk assessment, so you are sure enough at the final stages that these parameters are not going to be good for my product, so there is no point. So risk assessment has already been taken care of. You know my product is more stable in LDPE plastic containers than glass containers, or my product is more stable in glass, because that testing already has been thoroughly done at the development stage itself. And moreover, this is nowadays considered as an innovative process and have a better validation approaches. So when we talk about the official definition for the quality by design, it simply says that it is a systematic approach for the development which begins with the predefined objectives and emphasizes product and process understandings and process controls based on sound science and quality risk management. So four things are very much clear here. You are first of all aware about the predefined objectives, predefined target. Then you are very well aware about the product and process understanding, what are the variability process controls, and you have a sound science and quality risk assessment done prior hand, so that the whole process works in a systematic way. So from receiving of the raw material to the final product, you are sure enough that the process is being conducted taking into account everything, any variability or any risk assessment, and comprises of the whole testing, and you are sure enough that your product will adhere to the predefined specifications. So in short, you can say it is emerging to enhance the assurance of safety, effectiveness, and have the better consumer experience. So when we talk about the background of the quality-based design, the concept of the quality was already introduced by Dr. Joseph M. Giron. He focused and he let the people make aware about the concept of quality. Indian pharmaceutical industries in previous history were not able to compete with the global standards. The reason which the quality gurus found that the quality is one of the major critical factor to stand to actually allow any organization to stand at the global level, and it was realized much later on. So once this concept was being identified, efforts were being produced to make out and learn what can be the better way of approaches to improve the product quality and to make the company stand at the global standards. So the quality was considered as thing which has to be built in the product. So in place came the ICH guidelines, which talks about the quality, which talks about the quality at the global level, and they have given several guidelines to be followed by the industry, and it is being assured that if one follows these guidelines, the safety of the product is being ensured. Moreover, these are the latest guidelines, these are the latest technology which every industry should adopt if they have to make a niche out of the global standards. So these guidelines take into account everything, starting from the beginning to the risk assessment is done prior. Previously, it was not the same condition. Risk assessment was not used to happen. No company considered any sort of the risk. The outcome was that they have a large number of the defects, and because of these defects, the company loses its reputation. So, in order to maintain in this today's competitive world, one has to take into account each and every factors very carefully. So the objectives of quality by design is to ensure that the product remains to the predefined specifications and maintains the quality. So these are the 7 approaches which are being identified, and it is being ensured that one follows these in a sequential manner, then you are going to have the best quality product. So first is the analytical target profile. You know, I want to manufacture this product and these should be the specification, these should be the quality attributes. The later are the techniques to have those techniques, and what are the risk assessments is done, then the methods development and their validation, then control strategies, and there should be urge to continuously improve the product. It has been found, and there are several examples which states that whenever any organization tried to continuously improve their product, they were able to strive in the market, and they were actually able to enhance their production, and they have their better consumer satisfaction. So these are the certain guidelines issued by the ICH for the product formulation development. So these are the key aspects, as I have discussed, that first you have to have the predefined target profile identification, then you have to explore for the critical quality attributes which are desired by as per the consumer requirements, then you have to take into account the risk assessment, you have to design the manufacturing and process flow, you have to control the strategy, and you have to also think about the life cycle management. You may find that one or the more factors are interrelated to each other, so when you start working on that, they definitely as you gain the knowledge, that knowledge will actually help you enhance the confidence in the product. So again, these are the key aspects of the quality based design. So flowcharts have to be devised, the system flow have to be generated. So as these are I am going to discuss now the 7 most critical attributes for any quality by design concept. The first is the target product quality profile identification. You have to understand what sort of the final target product you want to achieve, what are the characteristics desired in the product. For example, what should be the dosage form, what should be the route of administration, what should be the strength, what should be the other pharmacological characteristics, and drug product quality attributes. So when you know these target profile identification, the second is the control strategy, because a planned set of the control is derived from the current product and a process understanding that ensures that the product will behave and improve further. So this is the ability to evaluate and ensure that the quality of the in-process and final product based on process data. Next, the third stage comes the critical quality attributes. You know there are several parameters. Out of them, you need to identify few characteristics, steps, few characteristic desired expectation, which is based on the physical, chemical, biological or microbiological properties and characteristic that should be within an appropriate limit range. So CQA, also known as the critical quality attribute, again is very important. Next comes the concept of the critical process parameters. Once you have identified the quality attributes, now you understand the process system which actually causes these quality attributes. So things are defined at each and every stage. Process flow has been determined. So definitely it is going to be the quality in the end product. The next comes the concept of the risk assessment. As I have told earlier, before taking any decision, risk assessment has to be done at each and every stage of the process flow, so that you are building a product which is having the chances of zero defects. Then the design space has to be created in such a way, because now at this stage you are fully aware about the process, you are fully aware about your product, you are aware about the target profile, you are fully aware about the manufacturing process variability flow. So now you can finally design a product considering into account all the risk assessment, all the variabilities, all the requirements of the target profile, and definitely the flowchart one would be confident enough once you go through all these quality by design concepts. So once the design is being, the last step is the life cycle management. So once you have been through all these stages, you will find that the life cycle management automatically improves. The growth will rise, and the company would be confident enough to put the product into several markets. So therefore, the process improvements during the product life cycle with regard to the process consistency and throughout could take place with few post-approval submissions. So once you have a good quality product, you can market the product in several markets, you will have ample good feedback. Now again, the process should not stop here. You have to continuously assess the product, continuously take the feedback, and you have to continuously improve your product. So my dear students, you can say the quality-based development takes into account everything. One has to have a thorough understanding, design, starting from the target product identification, starting of the process flow, starting of the risk assessment, then continuous improvement. Then one would be confident enough that the product developed would be having the high standards which can compete with the global standards. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting for further updates. Thank you so much once again.